Welcome back to some more battles. We are in the Open Great League, and let's see if we can get some wins with this team, featuring the Primeape paired with the Lapras and the Talonflame in the back. So against this Shadow Glider, comes down to like bait scenarios. We had an opportunity to go for the Ice Punch there, but our opponent does sniff out the bait. And at this point, we're just going to keep on firing Rage Fist, and we finally get the shield. Then we go into the Lapras. Lapras gets met with the opponent's Lapras, so they were trying to catch the move, but unlucky for them, we are running Skull Bash Lapras. Let's see if our opponent is running the same. And no, they are not. So that means that we should be able to win this matchup now. Sparkling Aria is resisted, plus we have a ton of energy. We're going to go for another Skull Basher, as we don't think one Sparkling Aria is going to be enough to take it out. Force energy from this Glider when our Lapras is still available. And we're going to farm down with... Okay, no farm down, but we did get 2 Incinerates with the Talonflame. Now this Primeape does survive, and that's going to allow us to throw this Ice Punch. Ice Punch does some good neutral damage. We can tank 1 Aqua Tail, and that's exactly the case. And all we do is just save the shield for the Glider. The Glider did have a move, and down goes their team. So GG's are going to able to win that game. Basically, with the Talonflame at the end, it never threw a move, right? It was basically just Incinerates for the win. Next, we're going to have the Primeape versus Dedenne. Not the best matchup for our team, as we do not want to see this Dedenne in our backline. So this is a pretty much core breaker. I would even say triple core breaker. But the beauty of Primeape is they are able to Rage Fist through some matchups, and we're gonna just sack the Primeape from this range and hope that we can win with the bulk of Lapras. We know this is gonna be another Parabolic Charge. We can tank it at least, and we're gonna fire off this Sparkling right before they get to another one. So down goes the Dedenne, a big threat to our backline. We end up seeing the Furret. This Furret will tank the Sparkling, and maybe this will give us an opportunity to farm down if they are going to get greedy. So they decided to throw the move before they get incinerated down. And Diggersby in the back is going to be tricky. We fire off the Fly. We unfortunately could not switch out, and our opponent does take us out with a single Fire Punch. So GG's to our opponent. Tough lead. Maybe if we had played the Primeape versus Dedenne in the 2 shields, maybe it would have been better, but still a very tough game. Here we're just going to fire off the Ice Punch immediately. This Ice Punch will get shielded, and our opponent is able to throw another move. Breaking Swipe is used, and it does look we have the attack drop, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Ice Punch is going to get thrown at this Gastrodon, and let's see if we sniffed out a Gastrodon without Water Pulse. And indeed it looks like that's the case, because they are throwing Body Slams. This Body Slam will not KO. It does allow us to get to back-to-back if they decide to shield, but they decide to let it go. Luckily, we have so much energy. We have a Brave Bird ready. Down goes the Regidrago, and now we have Shadow Sizer versus the Lapras. We tanked the first one. We're going to make sure we throw this Sparkling before they get to their next move, and now it just comes down, can we get to a move before they get to two Night Slashes? And looks like our opponent does end up getting to that move, and unfortunate for us, we do not get the farm down with the Talonflame. So GG's to our opponent. Maybe if we had shielded that Night Slash from that Shadow Scizor, it would have been a way better situation. Okay, good lead for us. Finally, they swap out into their Dusclops. Dusclops are very tanky, so we're gonna have to chip away at this health. And then we're gonna dip into the Lapras. So now it's a little bit more manageable, and we only really have to worry about Shadow Punches. Dusclops, super tanky, able to spam and be a tank is really, really nice for them. However, you can see right here, we're looking for a huge farm down, and we do get that farm down. That is amazing because we are going to be able to fire off a move. Skull Bash is going to go through, and looks like our opponent ends up having the direct opposite team needed to beat us, because now we have straight alignment. We are going to have a good amount of energy on this Primeape. We fire off the Rage Fist. It does get shielded. And now we're going to have another Rage Fist. It won't necessarily feel super effective, but we're relying on the Karate Chops, and that's exactly how we win the game. So GG's to our opponent, able to power through that Greninja with our Primeape throwing resistant moves. But as you may know, Greninja is very fragile and Primeape very attack weighted. Ooh, Jelly lead is going to be interesting as it has a core break between the fighter and the Talonflame in the back, but we are going to play this out, and we at least able to maybe grab a shield. Yeah, that's exactly what we do. And now we force a switch out into the Mandibuzz. This Mandibuzz is running the Air Slash, so we're going to have to just fire up. We try to catch the move, but our opponent did not throw the move in time. And now we're going to see if we can win this game with our backline. Talonflame into the Mandibuzz. Let's see what our opponent ends up throwing. Aerial Ace is not enough, and we do get the farm down, and that's huge because we can pretty much blindly throw the Gray Bird. Huge damage goes through, and now we have a little bit more manageable situation. Our opponent does end up catching the move onto their Jelly, so that was a really nice play by them. However, they're so low that we are looking to get a lot of energy and farm down with the Lapras. This Lapras does shield the correct Shadow Ball. We tank one Shadow Ball eventually, but now we have a ton of energy. We have almost 2 Sparkling, so they definitely have to shield this one. And now it's a race, and we end up getting to the next Sparkling. This will do a huge amount of damage, and down goes their team. So GG's to our opponent. Check out the team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.